Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to Linda's Pantry. And here I'm starting off with this update. As you recall, last week this whole area was dug out. All of our sprinkler lines got changed, shrunk down. Now this one is a shutoff valve for a line that we put out for summertime use only, and I'll show you in a second, out by the chickens. So I'll have water out there further, which is really nice. Because I think we're going to plant a few trees out further out, and if we do, then we need to have some water to them. And then this is the shutoff valve for our whole sprinkler system, or this side. And in that box underneath there, he doesn't have a handle on the lid, so it's pretty heavy. But my husband built this box to go around the whole, all the main valves and everything. So if he ever has to work on it, it's easy to do. So he's got a hinged lid on there. We backfilled the hole underneath with pea gravel, and I think there's a yard of pea gravel in this hole. And then now we're backfilling the dirt that we took out of here. And it's just, this needed to happen for so long, it's not even funny. And we may have to go purchase dirt. I don't know that we can scrape up all the dirt that we got out of here, but nevertheless, it'll definitely be an improvement. So I've got a couple whiny dogs. Strut's miserable because our Sage here is in heat, and we're not breeding her, so we have a litter of puppies. So we've got some green beans. They're doing really good, and our little radishes up here in my new basket. I've got Swiss chard in here. Strut, quit it. And I know, Bubby, I know. And Swiss chard over here, and green beans. These are pole beans, so they should. Hi, Ragnar. Hi, buddy. He's not near as miserable. So Strut kind of loses his mind, but that's just too bad, bud. Sorry. And then in here I just picked 2 radishes. Look at that. Beautiful breakfast, French breakfast. I think there's another one in here. Let me see. That looks big. Oh yeah, look at that beauty. Oh, I just love these. I can't grow them fast enough. I have to contain myself. And look at how the rhubarb has come back. Holy cow. I mean, the stalks are big. It is just saying thank you for the chicken manure and the organic fertilizer. So everything on here is doing really, really well. I do have some bugs that have gotten on these pole beans. I put some diatomaceous earth on there the other night, so hopefully whoever was eating them will take a bite of that and go away. And then these are carrots coming up in my little pots here. So we'll have a few little carrots, and they're just the little short fingerling carrots. So these 2 tomatoes are doing really good, and every time I pick radishes, I put a seed right back in that hole. So, and I believe these are the Heinz variety Romas. They make huge tomatoes. Herbs, and I don't use a lot of sage in the summertime, but it sure is nice to have it. And I think what I'm going to do is cut all those flowers back and dry the sage, because we will use it over the holidays. And we got pole beans, or no, these pole beans on the back, which they haven't started vining yet, and these are, the rest of them are all bush beans. Can you believe it? They're just thriving in there. Absolutely thriving. I'm hoping that they do really well. They are getting ready to flower. And then here we have a tomato, and I don't recall what kind it is, and I've got green onions. Now I'm going to show you this green onion right there, and right here are onions that I cut the ends off in the house, put them in a bowl of water till they started to regrow, and brought them out here and stuck them in the dirt. And there's a carrot and carrots, and I don't recall putting carrot seeds in here, but apparently I did. So celery's not looking that fantastic. So I don't know if this regrowing the celery is going to work. It worked for me one year, but carrots are doing okay in here. This little pole bean, not so much. Something's been eating on it. And, oh yes, another part of breakfast coming up. These little tomatoes are delicious. And, oh, and here's this rhubarb. Now, I put diatomaceous earth all over that the other night, and it seems to have slowed down, but something's still eating the leaves, just not as voracious as they were. But I will give you a look. The stalks, they're sending shoots out, and I cut the seed pods out, but they're sending these shoots with all new stems coming off of them. So bush beans in my pots, and strawberries. I've eaten a couple strawberries. Tomato. Look at tomatoes. Gotta love it. And these, this tomato plant, this is an early girl, and it's setting fruit all over the place. And I bought this at Costco. Do I need one? No, I didn't need it, but I sure am enjoying it. And the eggplant is doing really well there. And I planted, I believe, now I could be wrong, but I thought I planted peas in there that can vine up this, and I believe that's a cucumber. I'm hoping that's what that is. Doesn't really matter. Surprises in the garden are always fun. And this is an heirloom brandy wine, and it's got a little tomato on it. It's getting a little bit of bloom rot, but we'll have to address that. And in here we've got tomatoes and peppers. And while the sprinklers were down, I've been hand watering, but everything is doing fantastic. Except, now, there's my crookneck squash, okay? And I got beans doing fantastic right here. That zucchini plant, something ate it, and rabbits can't get in here, so I don't know. And we have a volunteer zucchini right there. And the other zucchini beyond it is doing great. So I don't know. Birds came in and said, oh, let's try this. Onions. Got in here and weeded a little bit yesterday. And so the onions are doing really good. I think I'm going to plant some more onions. I did see, I've got a couple rows of beets. And I did see little remnants of beets coming up. So hopefully we'll get some beets out of the deal. Pole beans along the fence there, and all the tomato plants are doing fantastic. So, okay, so here, this is a cucumber. Those are Swiss chard, and this cucumber, as you recall, so this has been in this pot for I think 3 weeks now. It hasn't died, but it hasn't thrived. So I'm telling you, I'm never going to buy Bonnie plants again. I'm highly disappointed every time I do. And up here I've got radishes that I need to thin out now, that little pot. So take advantage, oh, and there's carrots in here around it. Take advantage of little pots that you have, because you can plant all kinds of stuff. In this pot over here, this green one, that's all collard greens. So it looks like radishes though. Huh. I could have sworn I planted collards, but I guess we'll see. And then over here is Swiss chard in that one. So all those greens are absolutely fantastic. Even if you just broadcast like beet seeds, because you're going to get beet greens that are delicious. I'm going to set my radishes down and take you out to feed the chickens and show you my new water line. Okay. Oh, and the apple trees. I actually I'm super excited. This one here only has one apple on it, but it's, I've got one little apple right there. Now, these are Honeycrisp apple trees. So I'm hoping next year we get maybe a little bit of a crop. This one, I've got one up there. I got 1, 2 in there. One over here. I'm pretty excited. I'm going to have maybe 5 apples. Okay. And the pears that were on here, I have one little pear there. And that might be it. And this is a grafted pear tree, so it has 3 different types of pears. And there's one up here, right there. And one here, but that one doesn't look that great. So, oh wait, there's one. Hi, pretty pear. Oh, I might get a, oh look. Oh, I'm excited now. There's another pear. All right, so a few pears. Gooseberries. This thing, it puts berries on. And let me see. Like right here, here's some berries. But they're not ripe yet. They should turn kind of a pink color. Oh man, they're good though. Still a little bit too tart. Okay. Raspberries. I still haven't had my husband help me get this off the fence. But I will. One thing at a time. He worked his butt off this weekend. Okay. So I need to fill the trough up for the dogs because we're going to get 100-degree weather for the next 3 days. Okay. Look, I have a faucet. And so now it's easier to water the chickens if I need to. I need to unhook that hose though. And it's just really just under the surface, about maybe 8 inches, I think. And it was a line that had come from the main line all the way out to here. So we just tapped into it, and that way when we are watering out here, it makes it much easier. And I just stepped in mud. Hi, girls. And there you go, girlies. Okay. Mama's got some bread. I got some lettuce. And some strawberry hulls. Oh, they like treats in the morning. Yeah. Okay. Anybody give me some eggs? Now, I did mix in their feeder, and it looks like they've done a pretty good number on it. Oh, yeah. I mixed 5 pounds of their pellets with diatomaceous earth. I'm telling you, food grade diatomaceous earth is fantastic. Michael and I have been eating it or drinking it. I drink it with lemon juice and organic maple syrup, and it makes a nice drink. And a good heaping teaspoon of the diatomaceous earth. It's good for inflammation. It's good for your digestion. It's excellent for your hair and your skin. So I recommend it. Okay, let's throw some scratch out, because these guys love some scratchy scratch. Okay, and then they gave me 4 eggs. Oh my goodness, where am I going to put them all? Hi girls, gave me 4 eggs. Got to clean up the poo in the box. Now I try to clean this out every day. I did not clean it yesterday because we were so busy. And these eggs are cold. These are from yesterday afternoon. Okay, so grab my garbage. Aww, so cute, these girls. They're happy. I'll bring you some greens from the Oh, I think that hose bib actually might be leaking. It had a little blowout yesterday when they were installing it, and I'm just wondering if it's not leaking now. So I'm going to go turn off that water until my husband can look at it tonight, and that way it can dry out, because that's a yucky mess. All right. Oh, and there's Miss Shotzi Doo. What a good mommy dog. Her puppies are 3 weeks old. I'll be doing a video on them. Oh, they're so cute. Their eyes are open and they want to be on top of you or with you. Okay, so here's the raspberries. And look at that lettuce. I mean, it goes to seed. It's bolted, and I wouldn't want to eat it, but chickens love it, and I just keep picking and picking and picking. And it just keeps growing. So I got my neighbor getting their lawn done. These raspberries along here with the new water is doing great. Those on the other side, oh goodness, that is one big raspberry hedge. And to think 3 years ago, bare root sticks that I put in the ground. So it pays to invest that time. I highly recommend doing bare root only. I've planted raspberries from pots before, and they never take hold like the bare root ones. And these were 10 bare root plants that I put in last year, and look what they've done. They've definitely multiplied. And we've got blackberries down here, and there's my little squash. I planted a bare root rhubarb right in the center here. And we've got cucumbers. Thinned that out a little bit. Cut some volunteer green beans right there, and they're already trellising. Didn't even plant them. Here's blackberries. Oh look, and there's a couple little berries on there. And garlic. So all these tall scapes are garlic. So we should have garlic here within the next month or so, I think. And berries, I picked a couple raspberries right here the other day. And these really haven't gone into full-on production of flowers yet, because when it does, it's just buzzing with bees, which is great. I love it. So there you go. That's my garden update for this week. And I'm going to go let the dogs out for a run. And oh, look, that is just beautiful. I love it. And I'm anxious to get the lawn pulled back away from this, and then we're going to have garden boxes. Hopefully I can finagle a way to build some garden boxes to border that hedge as well. So there you go. All right, guys. I hope it inspires you to get outside and work with what you have. I mean, we haven't got a huge garden, but it's more than enough to feed us for the year. And it keeps us motivated to do it again and again, and next year expand even more, and next year expand, and the following year keep expanding until we've really got what makes sense to our family. All right, so I will close this up and give you one last look at what I wake up to every morning. All right. Truly have a blessed day. Go down in the About section below, and I'll put a link to the fertilizer I use. And I'll put a link to the diatomaceous earth as well, because I think it's good for a lot of different things. Go to food-grade diatomaceousearth.com, and you can read all about the benefits that you might be missing out on. All right. God bless everyone.